Good evening, ladies and gents, and it's a nighttime one for us today, or this evening. Grove Crescent Road, London E15, Stratford, or just on the border of Stratford and Maryland, and it's the Church of St Francis of Assisi. Nice old one. It's got a bit of stained glass, which you see better by night time than you do by day, because it really isn't noticeable by daytime. Oh yeah. Nice old church. Okay. Get a better picture then. And you can see on the sides that it does have some really nice stained glass. Can I cross over here? Yeah. The Cairo, the original symbol for Christ. Before you were allowed to have images of Christ, that's what the first one was. These show up much better at night time than they do by day. That's the back of the church. Not that there's a great deal to see, but there we are. Little garden type area over here by the looks of it. I assume that's something to do with the church. Nice view of that drawn glass. I shall cross this over and then get my information out. I can stand over here out the way safely enough. St Francis of Assisi Church is a Roman Catholic parish church in Stratford, London. It was founded from a mission that started in 1770. The church itself was built in 1868. The church is located on the corner of Grove Crescent Road and the Grove, and is accessible from both streets. The Franciscan Order of Friars arrived in 1873. In 1770, a mission was started at Stratford, London to serve local Catholic community. The first surviving baptism record starts in 1773. In 1778, Mass was being said by Father Thomas Wright in a rented house in Plaistow. In 1791, he registered a rented house in West Ham Lane as a place of worship. In 1799, he was succeeded by John Jones John Singleton in 1801 and then Joseph Porter in 1802, who set about building the local Catholic school, but ran away in 1810 when the school was in debt. In 1810, a French priest, J.F. Chevrollais, took over the mission, and in 1813 a school and St Patrick and St Vincent de Paul church were built on the High Street. That church was bombed in the Second World War, I believe. Construction. With the Catholic community growing, a new, larger church and school were needed. In 1861, the present site of the church was bought from Charles Walker by Fr James McQuoin. Construction work started on the 12th of May 1868. St Vincent de Paul Church was opened by the Archbishop of Westminster, Henry Manning. The cost was £6,000. The construction was done by Messrs Bird of Stratford. The church was built to have a school on the ground floor and the church on the upper floor. Franciscans. In 1873, the Franciscan friars came to Stratford and changed the name of the church to from St Vincent de Paul to St Francis of Assisi. They lived in 2 houses on the Grove and extended houses, making it a friary in 1876. In 1931, the sanctuary was refurbished with the addition of a new altar and reredos. The centre of the reredos is a painting of St Francis of Assisi by Bartolommeo Carducci. The painting was looted by Napoleon from a Franciscan church in Spain and was later bought at an auction in Paris by Colonel Big, who then gave it to the Stuart family in Appin, Argyllshire. In 1926 they permanently loaned it to the Franciscans. And that's pretty much the history of that one. Put my phone away. We shall cross over the road. Join me on the inside, which I've already filmed, so here we go. We've finished our tour of the church now, and we're off of Grove Crescent Road, and we're on the Grove. And this is the friary that the Franciscan friars started. They purchased two houses, which was this one and this one over there, and this is what they began. And up there in his niche, St Francis of Assisi. This is known as the St Francis Centre now. It's open weekdays, you can go there. They do a lot with the homeless and things as well in local community. But yeah, and that's how you get in there now. But yeah, this was the old friary, was or is rather. Anyway, I hope you've all enjoyed this one, ladies and gents. If I can find any old pictures of the church, there will be some. If not, hope you all enjoyed the tour. And as promised, a little bit of the history. This is St Vincent de Paul and St Patrick Church. This is the predecessor to our church, and it stood on the south side of the High Street, west of the Channel Sea Bridge. This was most likely between Carpenter's Road and Wharton Road junctions. It was the area's first permanent Catholic church, built in 1813. As a precaution against riots, the frontage had no windows. It was replaced in 1868 by St Francis of Assisi Church in Stratford. The riots thing, because Catholicism was very unpopular in this country for very, very many years, and was illegal at one point. It's really only in the 1780s and 90s that it was legalised again, and you've got places like this cropping up. And here we have Reverend Fr James McQuoin, and he purchased the land that this church was built on off of Charles Walker. So really we owe thanks to this man that the church exists at all. Here's the only oldest image I could find of the church, from the 1930s. And the friars, who are still very much present today in church and community. You may remember that little bit of garden we stood in or walked in just behind the back of the church. This is it in the daytime with the friars. So hope you've all enjoyed this one. Thanks very much for watching.